Welcome to the deep dive. Okay, so today we're jumping straight into something really fundamental, just simple ways to greet people in English.
Yeah.
Think of it as, your starting point for smoother chats and maybe getting a little confidence boost.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Look, we get it. Even these small things can feel kind of big when you're learning a language.
Right.
Or maybe you just want to sound a bit more natural. You're here for the knowledge, and we want it to feel, manageable, not overwhelming.
Spot on. So to really get into this, we looked at an episode from the Simple Ways to Greet People in English podcast. And our mission basically for this deep dive is to pull out the most useful, practical ways to say hello. Things you can start using straight away.
Okay, let's do it. So maybe kick things off with the absolute basics, the ones you hear all the time.
Good idea.
The episode we listened to really drove home how simple and natural hi and hello are. Just everyday English.
Totally. They might seem super obvious, but that's the good thing about them. You can pretty much use hi or hello anywhere informal, like chatting with a neighbor, grabbing coffee, meeting someone, casually. It's your go-to.
And it's interesting, the podcast hosts mentioned something I think a lot of learners feel. This idea you should always go for, like good morning or good afternoon.
Oh, right. The more formal ones.
Yeah. And look, they're polite. Absolutely. They have their place. But they aren't always needed. Sometimes they can even sound a little stiff in casual chats.
Exactly. Like you're trying too hard, maybe. The source we checked out really stressed that hi, or even just hey, often feels, much more comfortable with friends or just relaxing.
Hey is a great example. It's definitely a notch more informal than hi. Super common, though, especially maybe with younger people or just in laid back places, sort of a verbal nod,
Yeah, I like that. And building on that vibe, the episode also brought up hey there.
Ah, yes.
I feel like that one has a little bit of extra, warmth. It's still informal, but it sounds genuinely friendly, I think.
It does. It's a nice way to show a bit more enthusiasm without getting all formal.
Right.
Now, shifting gears to the really informal end, they talked about yo.
Ah, yo. Okay, that's the one you hear in movies and stuff. The podcast was pretty clear about when to use this one, though, right? Made a big point of it.
Oh, definitely. Yo is, it's very casual. You really want to keep that one just for your close friends.
Okay.
The podcast hosts even used a funny example, like someone saying yo to their teacher, which really shows why context is everything.
Yeah, definitely don't want to do that. It's about fitting in, not sticking out for the wrong reason. Okay, so another really, really common casual one. What's up?
What's up? Yeah, that's huge in informal English. It's almost like saying hi, but even quicker, more casual.
Right.
And what's interesting is the answer it expects. The episode we looked at pointed out you usually don't give a long story.
Exactly. It's not really asking for your life story, is it? The source suggested simple replies like, not much. Or maybe, all good.
Yeah, or even.
Or maybe, not much, you. To sort of bounce it back. Keeps it light.
Right. The key with what's up is just keep the answer short and sweet. Match the casual vibe.
Yeah.
It's more like acknowledging someone, really.
Makes sense.
Then there's, how's it going?
How's it going? Yeah, that feels really friendly, relaxed. Yeah. A bit more, maybe, than what's up, but still totally fine for most everyday spots.
Precisely. And the podcast highlighted some typical responses for that one, too. Things like, good, thanks, or pretty good.
Yeah.
Polite, short.
Yeah, standard stuff. And if you're feeling really good, the episode even threw in the more upbeat ones. Awesome. Or I'm awesome. Thanks.
Yeah.
I like that. Just injecting a bit of positive energy with the simple greeting can really set a nice tone for the chat.
It really can. Okay, so let's maybe shift focus a bit. What about greetings for when you're, meeting someone for the first time? What do the podcast suggest there?
Right. First meetings, the episode really focused on nice to meet you. Yeah. And the slightly longer version, hello, it's nice to meet you.
The classics.
Yeah, exactly. Presented as, simple, always polite, reliable choices for that initial introduction.
And it's worth remembering, like the podcast hosts said, meeting new people can feel a bit, nerve-wracking sometimes.
Oh, for sure.
They shared a really useful tip, actually. Just practicing these simple greetings beforehand, like in your head. That little bit of mental prep can actually sort of boost your confidence for the real thing. Smile, say hello, feel a bit more sure.
It's such a good takeaway. It's like a mini rehearsal. The material we looked at called Greetings the First Baby Step in a Conversation. I think that's a great way to put it.
It really is.
Once you've kind of navigated that first hello successfully, the rest often feels a bit easier, doesn't it?
Exactly. You're just trying to make that positive first connection. And starting with these easy, manageable greetings, well, it lays a good foundation for whatever comes next.
So thinking about the big picture from this source, it really seems to emphasize that good communication, especially learning English, doesn't have to be super complicated.
No, not at all.
It's often the small things done consistently that make the biggest difference.
Absolutely. The whole focus here is on these simple, achievable steps.
Yeah.
It's about breaking down what can feel like a huge task, learning English, into smaller bits. And greetings, they're a perfect example of that. Easy wins.
And I really liked that baby steps, small victories idea from the podcast. Every time you use one of these greetings, even if it feels tiny, it's a step forward. Build your skill, sure, but also your confidence, which is maybe just as important.
Totally agree. So maybe a little challenge for everyone listening.
Yeah.
Just take one small action today.
Okay.
Try greeting someone new in English. Use one of these phrases. Could be anyone, cashier, neighbor, colleague. Just put it into practice. Feel it out.
Yeah, great idea. Give it a go. So just to quickly recap the main ones we pulled out today. We went from the very casual, hi, hey there, even yo, and what's up?
Right, the super informal end.
To the slightly more standard but still relaxed, how's it going?
Right.
And then those polite introductions, nice to meet you. And hello, it's nice to meet you.
And the main message through all that really is just that these small, consistent efforts, that's what builds comfort and leads to growth over time. Every little greeting adds up.
So here's maybe a final thought to leave you with. Just consider how these really simple greetings can actually, open doors, lead to new connections, build up your confidence day by day. What could the impact of those little baby steps really be for you? Something to think about.